Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Baylor Bears, taking on last year's national champions, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Cyclones will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Baylor's offense will be first on the attack. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need him.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs and these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. The pitch. Can't get him to the ground. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Bears decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Cyclones offense will go to work for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball if you're
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Connection to the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. The play action fake. Makes the grab down the middle. Brings into the open. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Cyclones are marching down the field. To throw, it's Manning. The short hands, it's Boston. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Cyclones can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got to back...
Touchdown, Cyclones! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking for a gap. It's Adams. Nice move to pick up yardage. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Rides the back on the option to give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the ground with the back. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. And the Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll go right back to the run. He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain, and let's see what they do on 4th down. The Bears will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Zings it complete to the right. Turning it on! And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The quick out. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. The Cyclones have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off play action on 1st down. Going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They'll run the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Punt is on its way. He's got it. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Gets it to him on the screen. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He'll get rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. The Cyclones are threatening on 1st and goal. Quarterback may change this route. From the gun. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Iowa State! the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Missouri was able to finish off a close one in Columbia. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
There he goes. Got the first down and more. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Hill. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Bears have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. On the option. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Quick spin on the run. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
He'll try to pop the draw. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Bears line up to punt it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid...
What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. And the Cyclones in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Pulls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Still looking, on the move. Trying to make magic with his feet. Quarterback's got the first. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Makes the catch. It's Boston. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Working on the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the shotgun, the inside give. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
We just went to half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And the Bears will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this.
Grabs it inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Caught in the backfield. It's Green. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Bears will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll take it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Back to throw, it's Manning. Using the quick game. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards and they'll move the chains.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Now the play fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Cyclones have this offense rolling. The give on the inside. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking for a crease. It's Hill. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Red pass, it's complete. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Offense breaks the huddle, it's third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has to lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So first down, we'll open up the final period. The give out of the gun. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Out of the backfield, he's open. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Cyclones will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Back to throw, it's Bennett. Here's the pressure. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the 4th quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Bringing it back.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Turning it on. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. Looking to throw, it's Bennett. Grabbed over the middle, it's Collins. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Bears will punt it away on 4th down. As they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, it looks like they're going to start this season 4-0. You've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. SMU is putting on an offensive clinic. Almost reminds me of the days of the great Pony Express. They're up by 21 over Syracuse. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Got room on the return. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee. They'll try for a big play here on 4th and long. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another